He disappeared. Where'd he go?
Hang on, Ron! I'm a coming! Oh, here we go. Click, clap. There you go, buddy. Woo!
I don't know if you can see my shirt or not. You read it?
Well, my secret shame is like it's weird being the same age as old people. Well, sorry I'm late.
Yeah, okay.
Clip Flop and I were out taking a short ride around the house.
I was spanking my donkey.
Putting my pony between my legs, enjoying the ride.
Did he get the
All right.
carrot?
There you go. I gave him the special carrot.
Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy. Yeah. Well, hello everybody. Welcome again. It's Wednesday night. We're here at Are You Shitting Me? TMI the podcast. I am Ron here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and always I have with me.
I'm his older brother Mike in Amarillo, Texas, petting my dog.
That's a funny looking dog.
Well, no, it really is my dog.
Oh shit. Please stop looking down and say I'm petting my dog.
Come here and prove that she won't come up here now. Radar.
Yeah. Yeah, petting my dog.
And I call her Radar.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
So, all right. I know we didn't really have anything on the agenda for this evening, but I have as always, I have a list of
He's got a list
that I'm sure will inspire some great conversations. Unfortunately, I was told by our bro cuz Matt that he will not be making it this evening, so we may be talking to ourselves for most of the night. Although I do hear from a lot of our watchers or whatever you call followers, Mike, that they do watch us after our episode. Yeah. So
I can see by the numbers that we get a lot of people that watch after the live show, and I know Ron's got a list, so tonight he's going to be Earl with his list. My name is Earl. I have a list of all the bad shit I've done.
Earl?
And I may or may not have more fun with, we might have some more hobby horse fun coming.
So I told anyone that watched my promos, I prefaced on my promos that if you did not watch last week's episode, if you were going to watch me almost pee myself, that would have been the time to watch because, oh my God, it was hilarious. I loved it.
Well,
and,
I don't want to let the entire cat out of the bag, ladies and gentlemen, but tonight I think is even better.
Oh, shit. Well, I better get my stuff out of the way first because I want that to go. So look, I had a few things. Mike and I were kind of chopping it up backstage, as we like to call it, and I was watching this TikTok of a Gen Xer, and he's kind of funny. I'll have to get his name next time because I'd like to possibly get him on the show sometime. It'd be great, but
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. He says he gets on. He goes. Okay, so if anybody that's not a Gen Xer or a baby boomer, just go ahead and keep scrolling. And he pauses and he goes, "Okay, are they all gone? Okay, good." He goes, "What the fuck are these? What the fuck are these?" He goes, "I have them all over my house." And I started cracking up laughing. I'm like, dude, I totally feel you, man. I have.
Now, are yours reading glasses? Are they reading glasses?
No, they're readers. Readers.
Okay,
yeah. I can't. Oh, hold on. I have. Oh shit! If I pulled my camera out, Mike, I literally have. I'm not joking. 15 pair of readers on my desk.
Wow.
And I have them in every vehicle that we own. I have them on my nightstand. I have them on the kitchen table. I have Uncle Ken. What's up? I didn't get any of my Chex Mix, by the way, Uncle Ken. I'm waiting for that.
We don't get that till Christmas time.
Oh, okay. I have some shit on my. Oh, hell yes, Sheriff.
Yeah, that's already got me worried. I'm trying to.
Matter of fact, we're going to take a pause for this unqualified station identification from Uncle Ken.
Oh, I'm kind of afraid. I don't know what. Uncle Ken has been Uncle Ken most of my life, so it could be a little.
Well, he still won't be tonight after tonight. Trust me.
Yipes!
So we're gonna go.
I love you, Uncle Ken.
We're gonna keep talking until Uncle Ken divulges his secret. But going on with the readers thing, I was talking with one of my guys for those of you who don't know, we do a lot of remodels and stuff. And one of my guys is a drywaller. He's 42 years old, maybe. And he's like, yeah, my dad used to tell me when I got to be 40, I'd feel the difference in my body. It's going to be hurt and this and that. I'm like, 40? Shit, dude. Wait till you're 50 or 60. You want to talk about some change in your body? It's like, I got shit that hurts. I didn't even know I had that hurts.
You're at the age. You probably have the same problem. I'm at the age now where I'll hurt myself, and then 3 days later I feel the pain or something, and I'm going, well, now what the hell does that hurt? And I can't remember why I hurt.
It's that new thing now. They say, I don't know if I hurt myself or if this is just how I walk now.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's the conundrum, it's well, now how come that hurts? So yeah, I remember thinking
one of my clients that has this huge steamer. I don't get mad, I get even. Oh, good. This is going to be rich. So we're running this cable. I don't know what you know about electricity or cable or what, but the normal home runs about a 14-2 type wire, which is real thin. You've seen it be in your outlets and stuff, right?
Right.
So this thing, we ran a 4-gauge 4-3 wire. Now, mind you, the wire was this. Look at me. Look up. Was this big around? This big around. Okay. And we had to run it 120 feet, and then dump it into a panel onto a double 80 amp breaker. I'm 6'2", 220 pounds. My little guys all called out sick. So I'm crawling through an attic. And you talk about 2 days later, Mike, oh my God, my shoulders hurt, my elbows hurt, my chest hurt, my knees hurt. You pick a spot, it hurt. And I'm like, what the hell did I do? And Michelle's like, well, weren't you crawling through an attic? I'm like, bingo. That was it. So yeah, you get all these new pains as you get older.
But at 40, I mean, if you're hurt like that at 40, you're
talking about me. I'm telling him what he has.
But you were talking about your friend being 40 and feeling all those pains.
No. I said you have something to look forward to. He said he was, he's feeling some pain. I'm like, dude, you haven't felt pain yet. Just wait.
But that's what I'm talking about. If he thinks he's feeling pain at 40,
it's a coming.
He's going to be disabled. Yeah, like you said, by the time he's
Mr. Old Man to you, lady.
Okay, old man. All right.
Yeah, body pain is. Did you ever run the cane I gave?
No.
It's out.
It's out. Uncle Ken, I may show it before we're done. If not, I promise you, I will show you the cane next week. It's and no, I have not used the cane, Mr. Smarty Pants. But you'll have to see it. It's not the average cane. It's a cane for older people that may have some control issues. You'll have to let your imagination run wild.
Is it like the golf ball that wobbles all over the place?
No. No, it's actually got a purpose. It's functional. I don't want to let the entire cat out of the bag because I told Uncle Ken I was going to try to reproduce it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'll have to. If we don't get to it tonight, I'll have to run it to the
shop. Let's sidebar that. Make sure you make note of it because you'll forget.
Yes, sir.
my swing length stapler.
Yes, sir.
My string length stapler.
Oh, look, here's Carolyn. Carolyn's talking about the cane. She knows what it is.
Gross. Does it look like a penis or something?
No. But you're getting warmer.
Oh, I don't know if that's good or bad. So look, I have another topic of conversation I want to talk about. When is the last time you guys went to go out to go see a movie? Has it been recent?
No. It's funny you say that because Carolyn and I were talking about that just the other day. Well, not the other day, but a movie, and I'm trying to remember what it was that was coming out. Oh, I think Beetlejuice or something.
Oh yeah, the new Beetlejuice.
I think I told us I think I'd go see that.
Yeah.
I don't
plan on dropping about $100 to go see it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's flipping ridiculous. Yeah, I took Elena and I had a daddy-daughter date night. I took her to dinner. A place called the Chiba Hut. Pretty good sandwiches.
What?
Yeah. You heard me. The Chiba Hut.
Okay.
Great sandwiches if you're hungry. But between dinner and then we went to the movies. We got candy, popcorn, the whole 9 yards. The whole date night between me and the daughter was $145.
Whoa! Hello.
Yeah, I mean, go see a movie now. Literally, if you and Carolyn went to go see a movie, midday, I don't know, weekend, whatever, and you got a couple of drinks, some popcorn and candy, I guarantee you'll spend between $60 and $80.
And why? I mean,
thank you.
Why is it that expensive?
I don't know, man. It's like it got me thinking. I remember when we were kids. You remember, throw out a name, Rick Ryder.
Yeah.
When I was younger, much younger, Rick would come and pick up me and Dawn, and we'd go, do things, whatever. Rick was kind of our Christian counselor per se, or whatever you want to call him, but nice guy, loved him to death. He was part of the family. But back then we'd go out and it was like, $20-$30. You go to the movies, you have dinner, whatever. I kid you not, Mike. I challenge you. Go see a movie, just you and Carolyn, spend less than $60. It's damn near impossible.
Well, she won't take me to the grocery store because I bitch about how prices are there.
Oh my God.
I'm probably going to go unglued at the theater.
No, you're not.
Your discount. Not yet.
we were at IHOP a couple of weeks ago, and Mike, you and I talked about it because Dad lived on his discounts. Dad was the epitome of, I've lived this long, I'm getting my fucking discounts.
He used everything, man.
And so we were at IHOP, me, Michelle, and Elena, and I'm like, I told the guy, I'm like, hey, what's your discount? He goes 55 and old. I'm like, great, I'm in. He's like, well, you're not 55 or old. I'm like, shit, I'm not.
Stand back while I whip this out.
Yeah. I give him my ID and my AARP card.
Yeah, right? When Dad and I would take her, I told you all this before. When Dad and I would take rides.
When you told me that, Mike, I'm like,
oh my God.
I am my father's child, man. I don't give a shit, man. You give me 10% off on a hotel for being an AARP member?
I'm in. We've become Dad now. We've become that person. I'm whipping out my AARP.
Right on. I lived this long to get these little discounts. I'm going to take as much opportunity as I can. Oh no, this is not. Is this it?
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Uncle Ken. I don't know how I'm going to demo this, but I'm going to give it a try. All right. Here's the cane. You have to.
Is it a PP cane?
Well, it's got a little trough built into it. It'll fold up. And if you put the cane down right, it's just about the right spot. Yeah. So it brings to mind a few questions. The first of all would be hygienic.
I can't even spell hygienic, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, it's so anyway. You don't. It looks like a lacrosse thing.
I was gonna say, Uncle Kim bought you a lacrosse cane. What the fuck? Where's the netting that goes in there?
But you know what's weird is somebody Uncle Ken knows, I think, made this. So the last time Uncle Ken was through here, right? He was already, and I'm sorry, Uncle Ken, I'm telling the story. He was already mad because the traffic was really bad, and it is. If it can be under construction right now in Amarillo,
yeah,
it is. it's horrible. And so, yeah, by the time he made it up to our meeting place, I pulled up, and Uncle Ken's out of his car, and he's got my light, which I use in the shop, and this thing. And so he tells me about the cane. I put it in front of me, and I throw the trough down. What's funny is where this part is perfect. So if you're 62 and 6'1", yeah, but
it's right there.
If you go to the, if you're using the trough at, the local pub, yeah, there you go. But it does present some problems. It's all made out of wood. So I would think after a while, this would present some sort of a disease issue.
So you got some wood for your wood?
Well, and there's also a concern for splinters. Which, by the way, speaking of splinters, stick around, kids.
There will
be more talk. There'll be more fun with splinters coming up here in just a little bit. In fact, I'll tell you, if you have friends and neighbors, right now I'd give them a shout because Uncle Mike put a lot of work into the next thing. Here we go. Hobby horse stand. Oh, I don't know what she's saying. Does she want a hobby horse stand?
Oh,
could this work as a hobby horse stand?
Your cane is for. It's a hobby horse stand.
No, you can't use it for a hobby horse stand. Hey, here's my friend Jubal. I need that.
Where you been, brother?
He needs it so he'll quit wetting his pants. Jubal, you get my first. You get my first one.
Jubal, don't be a quitter.
Nobody likes a quitter, Jubal. You pee those pants.
You pee them like you mean it.
Jubal's going to shoot me. Jubal's going to club me like a baby seal. All right. So I tell you what, at 20 after, we got about 2.5 minutes left. I do have another edition of Hobby Horsing Around with our good friends Clip Clop and Sugar Cube. And you'll just have to be here to see what it is.
Well, before we get to that, I learned something today. I know you find that hard to believe. Stop.
I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked.
Shut your pretty mouth.
I've told you before, never make me laugh when I'm taking a pull off a beer. I almost spit out perfectly good Modelo.
Did you know, and I'm sure you did because you're old, did you know that ESPN started in the early 1970s?
It didn't surprise me. No.
I didn't know that. It's one of those things where at our age, we just think shit's just always been there, right? Just always trying to. Yeah. So I was reading an article about it, and it said that, I was reading about things that, in the 70s that, we have now, we take advantage of, we didn't have back in the day. ESPN was one of the things that popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was, I forget what it was, mid 70s maybe, but yeah, ESPN. And now we have ESPN Ocho.
Oh, there's
yeah, Cotton. Bold move.
Cotton. It's an interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
He's got a blindfold on. He will not be able to see, Cotton.
It's a bold strategy.
For those of you that don't know, watch Dodgeball. I mean, stop it.
Dodgeball is hilarious.
Oh my God!
I still watch it and find shit that's funny. It's like watching Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah,
I will still watch that and find something I didn't see before. So,
I could literally watch Dodgeball at least once a week. I
think I could.
I fucking love it.
I'd put Dodgeball up there in the pantheon of things I would watch over. Like, give me Monty Python, Holy Grail, Life of Brian. I'm good.
How do you feel about Step Brothers?
Huh?
Step Brothers.
I don't mind Step Brothers.
No power tools. No power tools. It's okay. It's okay. We're done.
A huge Will Ferrell fan.
You again, shut your. How can you not?
I was when he was on Saturday Night Live, but he's kind of like Adam Sandler. A lot of his shit just started to look and sound the same over and over again.
Okay, I'm sorry. Life check. Are you really my brother? Did you say you don't like Adam Sandler?
Didn't say I didn't like him. I'm just telling you, a lot of his stuff just looks the same.
Oh my God!
Get some creativity there, Sandler.
All right, well let's move on.
Give me a call.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, listen,
you and your $700 million and kiss my ass.
After what you're about to see, I expect Adam Sandler to give me a shout. If you're ready, here it comes. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, Uncle Mike out here in the shop. And, listen, one of the keys to effective hobby horse training and ownership is the ability to recognize a need and react to it quickly and efficiently. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. All right, well, I had to step off screen for just a moment and get something that I can use as a visual aid. Listen, over the long Labor Day weekend, we were doing some training for an upcoming event. It's about 2 weeks away. And so I received a phone call from one of our female riders who had taken one of our older hobby horses. His name is Sundrop. Took him out on the training course, and as they approached the first jump, it seems they were able to clear the jump without any problem. It's the landing is where the problem happened, and my understanding is as they landed, the rider, she received quite a few splinters between her thighs. In fact, one had to be removed from near her hoo-ha. So as you can tell, I'm going to try to show you. This is what you see that there. This is what we were dealing with, and that's just one of the ugly splinters that had to be removed from her thighs and her hoo-ha. So I had to go out to the training facility where I retrieved Sundrop. The rider had to be taken to the hospital. I asked for a number of pictures, of where the splinters were, but I did retrieve Sundrop and brought him back here to the shop. Like anything else, the way you deal with older hobby horses is you have to deal with it humanely, and that's what we try our very best to do here at the Hobby Horse Ranch. So here I'm going to show you. This is actually what's left of. I saved a little bit of Sundrop for you, and again, as you can tell, he was one of our older ones. Skin started to get a little shiny. You can tell right in there. Yeah. See, ow! I just got something of a splinter myself. So, let me show you how we have to really put these hobby horses down, and we do so humanely. Yeah, it's a messy process, but I'm telling you, the HHG, what we call the Hobby Horse Grinder 2000, it is a turbocharged twin blade grinder, so it does make pretty quick work of the grinding process. Of course, that brings you to the inevitable cleanup. That's where it becomes a little tough. Yeah, poor old Sundrop. This is a part of hobby horse training and ownership. I'll just never get used to it. Ugh. Yeah. Now, hobby horse rules and guidelines are very strict and very clear when it comes to how to dispose properly of a hobby horse that you've unfortunately had to put down. So there is a special receptacle that we maintain here in the shop on the grounds of our hobby horse stable. And we do get that picked up about every 2 to 3 months. I'll show you where that is now. Yeah, so once you put a hobby horse down, it has to be kept in a clean, dry, climately controlled environment. So that's why I keep that little fan running 24/7 out here in the shop. And I'll show you what the hobby horse receptacle looks like. And oh goodness, it's almost full. Time to make that call. Ooh, hang on a second. There are tongues in here. Who's throwing away tongues? God, I can sell those on the black market. God, I hate these damn hobby horses. Every time I put them down, they get over me. And oh, hello. Yeah, so there you go. Just gave you a look at the ugly underbelly of having to put a hobby horse down, letting you see how the sausage is made. I maybe should have done this before the video, like the very beginning maybe, but if there are any young ones in the room, you probably should have asked them to leave before I went through all this. If they're suffering anything psychological or emotional, that's on you and not me, all right? Until next time, I'm Uncle Mike out in the shop. And remember, happy hobby horsing!
So does that mean next week is Taco Tuesday?
Well, can you make it with hobby horse meat?
I was going to say, when you say glue factory, I mean, what are we gluing here exactly? Oh, shh.
I have two of them in here. They can hear you. He didn't mean anything, guys.
Shut your horsey mouth.
Shut your pretty horse mouth.
Waiting for Anchorman. Yeah, right? See what I mean, Tim?
Now, Tim.
Thank you. That matter of fact, that was your assignment like 6 months ago to watch.
I hesitated to put it up there because I knew I was going to catch hell for it.
You ate a whole wheel of cheese. Of course I'm not mad, but you know I don't speak Spanish. Oh, my friend Norma. Norma, how are you?
Norma.
She's a new follower. She doesn't quite understand the stupidity of our show. Who's Kenzie? Is this
Kenzie? I don't know.
Hopefully she's not a hobby horse enthusiast.
Yeah, sorry, Kenzie. I should have told you all to leave the room before we had to put old Sundrop down.
It's just a joke.
No, Sundrop's gone. Sundrop is no more.
Oh man, that's great. I didn't know you had a whole environment there, Mike. That's fantastic. Do you live by regulations and rules from the HHB?
Yeah. Well, hobby horse. Yeah, well, only during hobby horse season, and that doesn't start for, like I said, a couple of weeks. That's when the tournament really begins. And hobby horsing is not an easy challenge for some people, but I'm starting to find it kind of relaxing.
Well, I got a challenge for you. So for those of you that don't know, Mike and Carolyn will be coming to my house for Thanksgiving this year. So
Rub.
I say, while we're here, and this is my challenge to you, we set up a hobby horse jousting tournament.
I'm in.
Out in front of my house.
I would love to hobby horse joust.
I will joust you off of your horse.
Not if I'm this. What I need to do is get it down to. I need to get it down to where I'm riding. What is it? Wildfire?
Oh yeah. They went calling wildfire. Dude, when you came across on your horse, you're all. I swear to you, man, about that time, I literally think I piddled.
Well, my knees hurt a little bit. My knees hurt for days after that.
See what I mean? I'm telling you guys, for you younger folks, you don't understand, man. You may be 30, 40 years old. Man, wait till you're mid 50s, 60s. Oh, dude.
Right?
It is.
Hey, Lori, yeah, we are live, by the way. We're live every Wednesday night.
Live is a subjective term.
We're here anyway.
So yeah, hobby horsing. That's our new gig, man. So for those of you that are actual hobby horsers, we're just horsing around.
No, if you're an actual hobby horser, get a helmet and get a life. I don't get
get a helmet. You might fall down, go boom.
Yay, Lori. Tell your friends about us, Lori.
So I had one more thing I wanted to bring up, Mike, and again, it was one of those things. I was watching something about the different generations, and I want to pose this question to you, and I kind of think I know where you'll go, but I just want to get your opinion.
Okay.
How often do you think things change? Are we talking every decade, every 2 decades, every 5 years?
Oh, it's actually
you've been on the earth for 60 plus years. How often do you see things change?
And you know what? That's an actually very fascinating question. If you're talking about life in general, if you're just taking technology and that stuff out of it, I think change is generational. And I think you're seeing that probably, no, I was going to say maybe with whatever they are, Gen Zers now and whatever's millennials, maybe not too many millennials, because I've met some millennials that actually have the capacity for thought. But if you're talking generational, yeah, I think if you're that kind of change, it's generational. If you're talking about technology for me is it's mind blowing. You mentioned it earlier. When did ESPN start? In the 70s? To you and me, that doesn't sound like a whole long time ago. To somebody that was born in the 2000s, that's like us thinking back to 30s and 40s. So
20s and 30s.
So yeah, technology blows my mind.
You want to know something that'll blow your mind, Mike? Do you realize that we are, I'm sorry, Gen Xers, I'm going to include baby boomers, but Gen Xers, between the two of us, we are the last generation to know life before Darth Vader.
Right. And that's coming from a guy who's never seen Star Wars, but I know who Darth Vader is.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk to anybody now that was born, 2000s or past, most of them, they still know who it is. Whether they watched the movie or not, they still know who it is. We are literally the last generation to know a life before knowing who Darth Vader was or that he even existed. And the sad thing about it, Mike, and all joking aside, there are so many things in life that we are literally the last of that we'll never experience again, that we'll never know again, that will never not be without or not have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's, it's a trippy question. I mean, I love the question. And now I feel silly for having hobby horse time.
Oh my God, you kidding me?
But yeah, it's a great question. And when you look around today, it's easy for you and me. You're 55, I'm 62. And it's easy for you and me to, think back to the 60s, 70s. People today, if you're 20, 30, 40 years old, they don't go back that far. That it's but that is also part and parcel then to what you and I have talked about a number of times on this podcast, and it's kind of how it started the podcast, and that is, man, people like Ron and I, we're departing, man, we're dying, and unfortunately, these memories are going with us, and at some point, if we don't share this information, if we don't talk about this shit, when we're gone, it's going to be nothing but dust and, it's going to be a fart in the wind. Nobody's going to know it. Nobody will ever, that's why I love what we do. I love being able to talk about this stuff. But your question's outstanding. What, how often do I see change? Generational, sure. But when it comes to technology,
every year. I mean, God dang it.
Think about this. Think about artificial intelligence, AI. Look at where it's come in just 2 years. I mean, were you talking about AI 5-10 years ago?
No.
Yeah, but it
No,
was more
extent,
sci-fi than anything else. I now have a program at the radio station that I can make sound like anybody. And when I hear spots, ads for things, I now go, is that real or is that AI?
and you know the worst part about it, Mike, is take it back from my background in law enforcement. You know, you take it as okay. If I call you, matter of fact, my whole family. I should probably include you in this as well. I will after this,
Well, no, don't include me. I'm just your brother, but that's okay. Go ahead.
but you know, me, Michelle, the kids and everybody, we have a safe word because of AI. Because if somebody calls and says, "Hey, Mike, it's Ron. You know, I've been kidnapped. Somebody's holding me. They want $5,000 or they're going to kill me." You know, they can make it sound just like me. Call your phone to make it sound. I know you wouldn't pay it, but they
Well,
call
no,
your
I'm not
phone.
making it myself. I don't have 5 grand.
But you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and there are some people that will just be like, okay, when, where, how, why? You know, so we have a code where it's like, okay, what's your safe word?
Right.
And we have a family safe word that if you don't know what it is, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Is that your safe word?
It is. Yes, go fuck yourself.
Is that your is that your safe phrase?
They call and say, hey, this is Mike. Nah, go fuck yourself.
Ironically, that's mine as well. So it's odd, very strange.
I'll text you.
Okay.
But no, but it is. It's scary because AI is. Matter of fact, Elaine and I were at this is a while ago at a breakfast, Rachel's Kitchen, at a place called the District here in Las Vegas. Kind of a posh kind of spot. So we walk up and we place our order, and they're like, okay, so we go sit down, and this fucking robot brings us our food.
Yeah.
I'm just like, are you kidding me? And you know what they're doing now, and I'm sure you've seen it, Mike. They have driver-free Ubers, where a vehicle will pull up with no flipping driver in it, pick you up, and take you where you want to go. Well, you, not me, because there's not a snowball's chance in hell
I'm not getting one.
in one. No. I look, I'm suspect of getting in a vehicle with a person driving.
You know, and that's something we, in fact, I'm going to make a note of this. We'll get into that next week. I'm trying to understand why you would ever need hands-free driving.
Right?
You know, auto manufacturers push that shit like it's amazing. And I'm always going, why do I want to take my hands off the wheel?
Look, let me tell you something. There is no way a machine, or anything can react or identify as quick as a human being can. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Well, it's already been proven.
I don't agree with it.
Autonomous cars are, they're kind of, killers on the road. So, yeah. So, no, AI, and we've talked about that before. AI,
AO.
It scares me. It's fascinating in some ways. But at this point, given what I do for a living, I'm not a big fan. Other aspects of life, maybe I see where it could work. But some of the applications that I see people talking about, hoping to use in the future, no, it's not me, man. I don't want, an AI operated robot doctor working on me. I don't want an AI operated car taking me someplace. That's just, the city of Amarillo is trying desperately to be on the cutting edge of city-run technology. And one of the aspects they do have now, an AI assist when you call to ask questions about utilities, and that's how you pay your bills now. And they're working with AT&T. They're actually designing a program together that they hope to send worldwide here in little old Amarillo. And so I asked one of our city leaders not too long ago, I said, okay, look, this is all fascinating to beat hell. I understand our IT guy, this is his baby. So let me ask you this. If this now is how the utility department can be operated, why do you need people? So does that mean you're eventually going to lay these people off? If I were working in the utility department of Amarillo, I'd be scared shitless.
Amen.
Because they're pushing this stuff, and once it goes there, they want to move it into other aspects. So I don't understand your excitement, City of Amarillo. What you're saying is we're excited about the technology. We don't really want to talk about people losing their jobs.
Well, I'm going to put it in perspective for you, Mike. You and I are of the age where we remember Ford, Chevy, whoever, auto manufacturers, that there were, lines and lines of manufacturers, people putting cars together, and then all of a sudden all this automated stuff come in where the machines were doing the work of 2 or 3 human beings. And what happened? People lost their ass. We ended up going into a recession. We ended up going into where people you can't make a living anymore.
Well, study the history of Flint, Michigan.
Yes, absolutely.
That'll tell you the story of the auto industry.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Detroit, anywhere around there where the major car manufacturers were back in, what was it, maybe the 80s, maybe, when all this automation started coming around, it like literally just demolished the entire automobile manufacturing. You can't buy anything now that's made by a human being.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Maybe a hobby horse. Oh, yeah. And these special canes. It's grooved for your pleasure.
If you turn it backwards.
All right. Well, there you go.
Where's Tim Cato at? I need Tim back. Matter of fact,
he's probably on his date with his wife.
I need Tim. This is for you if you watch it later. Tim, I need you on our show.
I told him he needs to be on the show.
I don't mean to call my brother out because I love him, but I'm the only person that's had a guest on our show ever.
Well, that's because I don't know anybody.
And we're going on, I think it's 10 months this month. 10 or 11
Is it
months.
really? Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe by our 1-year anniversary, I will try to book a guest.
Drum roll, please. Well, it is now 6:43 in the afternoon. Evening. What time is it there? 7:43?
8:43.
Holy shit, it's past your bedtime. All right, you guys. Well, thank you again for joining us. And Mike, you, Sugar Cube, and Clip Clop, love you guys. That was fantastic. I need to know how you do that shit because I would like to make a video with a imaginary friend as well.
All right, but that's a whole other podcast.
That's on the X-rated podcast.
Look really? What I made it. I made an inflatable.
Hey. That doesn't go there.
I call her Candy.
Stop it. That's her stripper name.
Well, there you go.
And next on the poll, Candy.
All right, everybody.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Join in next week where Mike and I will talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about because it's our show. Mike, because I love you.
We roll. Love you too.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Have a great evening.
We're going to go out with music. Look at us, huh?
Oh.